If Ever You're in My Arms Again by Peebo Bryson. The year was 2000 and I was 17 years old working at Taco Bell. My family and I had just relocated to Florida from Dallas, Texas. And at the time we were attending the Daughter of Zion Seventh-day Adventist Church. I've always loved children. As I'm walking into church one Sabbath evening, I noticed this young lady that I'd never met before with a little baby in her arms. He was a small child, maybe 4 to 5 months old. I went up to her and I said, "Would you mind if I held him?" And she said, "Of course." And she gave me the little boy. Oh, I fell in love with that little boy. And every Saturday throughout the entire summer of the year 2000, I would see her and her son. And of course, I would run up to her and ask her, "Would you let me hold your son?" And the young lady, who we'll call Crystal, was 23 years old. It's obvious that women mature a lot faster than men do. And she had already had a child. I was still a virgin at the time. I didn't know anything about love, romance, or intimacy. But I quickly found myself falling for this woman. My mother, she had her eyes on me. I'm talking about hawk eyes. She was not having it. And she would hop in the middle of any spark that I thought would develop between me and this woman. Rightfully so. One Saturday night at church, there was a basketball game. Our church versus another church. I remember the young lady pulled me out of the gym. She said she wanted to talk. So I kind of snuck out of the gym because I knew that if I had gotten caught with her, I'd be I get outside, and she grabs me, pulls me close, and then she lays a huge kiss on my lips. I didn't know anything about love, but it was at that point I just knew that I was in love. But how was I going to spend time with a woman who I was forbidden to see? I just knew that my mom and dad weren't going to allow it. They had already made that clear. So I started scheming. I know, I've got an older friend at church. My parents loved this guy. He was about 23 or 24. He had a car. So I would cook up a plan to where I could get him to come and scoop me up and a few other friends, as well as Crystal, and we would go bowling. The plan worked to perfection. I even planned it to where another young lady who was attracted to me was my date, or at least as far as my parents were concerned. We pick up Crystal and the other friends. We head to the bowling alley. We had a great time. I had a curfew, 11 o'clock, and I knew my mom wasn't playing about it either. So after we left the bowling alley, we had about 30 minutes before I needed to be at home. And I begged the older guy who was our chaperone. You remember, the guy who I got to take us out to begin with? "Hey man, why don't you drive down the Florida coast?" He lived near the Miami, Florida area, and it's a beautiful scene out there near the beach when you're driving down Highway 1. We get to the beach, we walk around on the sand, and I'm falling deeper in love. Really, as I look back on it 26 years later, it was lust or a deep infatuation. But you know the difference, right? Well, as we're walking out on the beach, we're holding hands. All the other friends are in their own world, and I'm definitely in mine. We hop back in the chaperone's Dodge Caravan. It was an old 1993 Dodge Caravan. I'm talking about beat up from the floor up, but it had